Welcome back to Path of Exile 2 complete guide for the beginners, where I explain all the basics of the game and run through the campaign to help you play stronger and enjoy the game. If you haven't watched the part 1 where I explain all the basics of the game from the very start and the first boss, go back and watch it. But for now we continue into part 2 video and back into campaign. Let's jump back into the game. Okay, so we are at Mud Barrows, continuing through the campaign. This sort of maps work a little bit differently, so you don't have your square shape location that we had before. You have just like a tunnel, sort of labyrinth, where you just go through, clean up all the mobs, and at the end of these maps you will have the boss hidden somewhere. So let's go through, clean them up, find the boss, and get back out of here. Okay, and we leveled up again. Let's open our passive skill tree. And as before, we stick to our chain, to our branch, and we just continue learning our skills this way. Okay, let's see what we picked up. Nothing useful for us. We just continue through. And here we've got checkpoints. It means there will be the boss or something. We'll check it out. Okay, indeed, we've got our second boss. Look at this big worm. It actually looks a little bit like from the Dune. Okay, let's kill it. So we just throw these arrows down so we can deal more damage. Okay, we'll pop up out here. Just keep an eye on these red marks. This is where the boss is going to pop out. We dodge these skills from him. Keep throwing more arrows so we can deal more damage. We stun him, hit him. Okay, you see a lot of bosses spawn in these little bugs or some sort of different monsters. We try to get rid of them so they don't hit us on the background. Keep dodging. We're dealing tons of damage with the ranger. Throw another arrow, couple more hits. And he's done.
It had to be done.
Cool. Pick up all the items and see what we've got. Okay, so we've got another uncut skill gem, but pay attention this time. This is level 2. Let's open it up so we can upgrade our skills to level 2. The ones that we have already learned, we can upgrade them. The next set of skills are available at levels 3, uncut skill gem, so we can't open them as yet. So we will upgrade the skills that we use the most, which is the lightning arrow for me at the moment, so I will upgrade this. What else we have? We have another orb of augmentation. So let's see if we can upgrade anything. We don't really want to use, we don't really want to waste it on these boots because this is not the boots we're gonna be wearing. We need to get boots with evasion on them, so we'll skip it for now. And we've got belt. We don't have any wisdom scrolls to identify it, so we'll just continue through as is. Actually, we've got another quiver. We can hold shift and hover over so we can compare if this one any better to the one that we've got. The one we have is rare item. If you not sure the difference in items, but they've got rare, magic or normal, you can go back and watch part 1 where I explain about all the different types of armor and weapons, but for now we just continue as is. We just run through the rest of the labyrinth and clear up all the monsters. You could actually go back out because you already killed the monster, and you can see we progressed already through this quest, and the quest tells us to go back to town and talk to Renly to get reward. But as I said before, it is important not to rush the game and go through every map, so you can actually gain some experience and skill up, level up, and also get some items. So I will continue to clear in this cave, and hopefully you do so as well, and I will meet you after we've done so. You can always open the map like so you can just see what other parts of the map you haven't opened yet. Here's another checkpoint, so there's probably something else in this area. We've just got some chest over here. Pick it all up. Okay, and we got to the point where our inventory is full, so now we get back to our routine that I told you before. If you're not sure what to do, you just go back and check video 1, part 1 of this complete guide. But basically what we do, we just go through the portal back to town, and we can clear our inventory. Okay, first of all, we go to Yuna, and we just go on disenchant items. We definitely don't need this, we don't need this. Quiver, we don't need this because we've got a better one, we've got a rare one. But what is more important than the whether it's magic or rare item is actually the stats that it gives. So this one's got, if you hover the shift, you can see this one's got 1, 2, 3 physical damage, and we've got 1, 2, 3 physical damage. So it's pretty much the same, just because our item is rare, so we've got 5 additional modifiers in this instance. We could have 6, but we don't have any more materials to upgrade it. So we stick to our at the moment, and we can just disenchant this one. We don't need this. Okay, we've got boots. Alright, so this is boots that we probably want to use over the ones that we have, so we keep those. And helmet, we don't have any helmets on us, we'll keep that. Okay, click accept, and then click on buy or sell, because we can't disenchant normal items, so we can just sell them. And we've got another pair of gloves. So get into the habit where you always compare the items that you have and items that you picked up, because the ones that you picked up could be better. So we just press shift. Evasion rating 10, nothing different except for we have the magic item that's got 2 additional modifiers. So we stick to the ones that we have. Okay, we've got the belt, which is unidentified. So we will need to identify it with a scroll of wisdom. Okay, so the belts. We haven't discussed belts yet. So the belts basically they do buff. They buff our flasks. Okay, so you can read it through. In our instance, it's 26% increased mana recovery from flasks, and also has 1 charm slot, plus 14 to armor, 8 to stun threshold. So they're giving you different stats that improves our hero, and also it's got some slots for the charm. The further we go in the game, we can get more slots open for the charm. So we don't have any charms yet. We will talk about it when we get one. Basically, they are just another piece of armory that helps you mostly to protect from the elemental damages. So whether it's from cold or from fire damage, stuff like that. We'll talk about it when we get to there. Okay, so also we need our boots. Again, quickly explain. So you see this boost giving us evasion stats, evasion rating compared to the ones that we have armor. So we need to stick to the ones that give us evasion rating, because this type of armor that we need to use as a ranger. So we just identify them. And great, because this is magic item. Once we identified it, it's shown that we have 2 additional modifiers. This is max for the magic items, so this is already great. We just put them on, get this one out, and because we've got helmet that is dedicated for mage, okay, for magical builds. And this one got armor. This is more for the warrior, heavy armor, but I think armor is better for us than energy shield anyway, so we wear this for now until we find the one that we want with evasion rating. Also, we've got a new flask. We can compare flasks. So this one's got 90 over 5 seconds. This one's got 50 over 3 seconds. I think this one is a little bit better, but we can't use it because it's unidentified and we don't have any more scrolls of wisdom, so we just get rid of it for now. I think we'll pick up much better flasks very soon anyway. And this one we need to sell as well. Sell it, sell them, sell these boots that we just took off. We can actually disenchant them, and we can disenchant this and flask. Accept, goodbye. All right, so we've got our materials. The next step in our routine, we go to our stash and drop off those materials. Okay, once we got our materials, we always double check whether we can improve any of our items, weapons. Okay, so our helmet got only 1 modifier. But again, because this is not a helmet we're going to be wearing, this is not designed for the ranged hero, we're not going to be wasting our materials on it. So we'll just continue as is with empty inventory. We just go back through the portal to the location, and we just continue cleaning it through. And here we found another chest. Of course, there will be some monster trying to kill us. Okay, it feels like we found another bow. It gives us physical damage, 6 to 9 physical damage. So as I said, always compare your items that you pick up. So the one that we have gives us 1 to 6 lighting damage, and this one gives us critical hit chance. We still can't use it because we need to identify it. We don't have any scrolls of wisdom at the moment. So we just continue as is, but it doesn't look like it's much better, except we just got lightning on our and critical hit chance on this one. So it's much for muchness, to be honest. We just continue with the one that we have. Okay, and you can see on the map we have discovered every corner of this map, so this is your choice whether you want to run back to the exit or you can just go back to town and go from there. I decided to go through the portal to town so we can empty our inventory again, so we go into a new location with empty inventory. Yes. So this is your basic routine. You're gonna be doing it quite a lot, so just get used to it. Except just double checking if there's no better armor that we already have. Not really, just sell the rest of them, because normal items we cannot get any materials out of them, so we just sell them.
I've collected. It's beautiful. Accept. Goodbye.
Okay, last thing, we drop off the materials and we go back into the game. Alright, so normally I don't buy items, to be honest with you, because the game drops pretty decent items already. We can just craft and improve them, but for the sake of this experience, for this tutorial, I will buy to make sure that I will complete all my set to the best available items at the moment. By the way, I think Yuna should also have a jewelry. She doesn't sell any jewelry at the moment, so we could fit 2 rings on us and 1 amulet. That will give us extra additional stats. For now we don't have any, so we just continue without them. And also we have completed our first quest, so we need to go back and talk to Renly.
Ah, finally! Now this won't.
And he gives us a gem, and this is uncut support gem. Okay, so this is a little bit different to uncut skill gem. Support gem, this is basically the supporting gem for our skill. So how it works, you just open it up and the game will give you suggestion by the game supporting skills, supporting gems for our skills. So if you go through each of your skills over here that you have already learned, you can fit one of the supporting gems into your skill. Okay, so this is the ones that the game recommends you. If you untick this box here, you will have access to all the gems in the game. I suggest you to keep it ticked, so the game suggests you really good gems already. You just go through them and make sure you find the one that suits better for your skill. Okay, so I will start with the lightning arrow because this is the one that I use the most. So we'll see what the game offers us. Supported skills chain +1 times, supported skill chain 100% more times, supported skill deal 50% less damage. Okay, I don't like it because it's gonna deal 50% less damage. Doesn't matter what perks it gives me, I don't like it. Okay, so this is the analysis you have to go through. You see what the gem, what the advantages of the gem and what are disadvantages. Sometimes you may decide to just leave your skill without any gems. So we'll keep reading through. This enemy, deal less, 20% less damage, I don't like it. Support skill deal 30 less damage, I just don't like it. I go to my next skill and see what gems we can have. Supported skills have 40% more projectile speed. Okay, I like it. It gives us 40% more projectile speed. So we just right click on it, actually left click, and then engrave. And here we've got our supporting gem. You can always move them around as well. You can move them to different skills if they work. The game will not let you put it on on a skill that actually it's not gonna work with. But also it doesn't mean you have to have it on this skill only. So because this supporting skill have 40% more projectile speed, I think I can fit it on my lightning arrow as well. It means it will go faster, it will fly faster to the monster, so I will keep it on my lightning arrow. So this is sort of analysis, as I said, you need to go through when you learn your skills and your supporting gems, so you can build your strongest possible character. Okay, so we're done for now. Our inventory is empty, so now we continue to our quest. So next quest is travel through Clarifel to the Grailwood. So we'll have to go back to Clarifel, Clearfell. And as I said before, because we haven't been on this map for quite a while now, so this map has reset and also layout is different as well. So the entrances to the next locations will be a different position, and the mobs will be, the monsters will be respawned as well. So we sort of have to go through the map again. You have choice. You can go and clean those monsters again, which is great. You will get more experience and hopefully level up, or you can just run through and try to find that next gate so you can go to and continue with your quest line. Okay, I will quickly go through the map and clean these monsters. I'm not gonna kill them all. I'll just kill the ones that are on my way. Okay, here's our bridge. Alright, so most of the times most of the times, not 100% of the times, but the gates to the next location will be on the edge of the map, on the perimeter of the map. So this is another reason why I suggested you in the first part of this tutorial to go on the perimeter of the map so you can find those entrances, and this is exactly what we're gonna do now again. Just go around and hopefully find the gate quick so we can progress through the quest. As you can see, we can clear these monsters pretty quickly now as we learning our new skills and also upgrading our skills. But this is our main tool for this time at this stage of the game. So we click the arrow, put the arrow on the ground, and then hit them with the lightning arrow. So it will done ton. It will deal ton of damage to the monsters. So we can clear them pretty quickly. We stick to the right wall so we can find that entrance hopefully pretty quickly. Here we are. I think this first location didn't really reset. Maybe for the sake of you being new to the game, so the first location doesn't reset, I suppose, but definitely all the rest of the maps will reset and change its layout. Okay, so we just go to the Grillwood to continue with our quest. Okay, we got another checkpoint here. Okay, Delwyn. I see online a lot of people getting confused with this guy and his quest line. He doesn't really have a quest as such. So basically, once we talk to him, he will tell us that we've got a spirit that we need to follow, and this spirit go into one of the monsters. So then this spirit will appear on all the rest of the maps throughout the game. So don't get confused. Don't look for any, for any end of his quest. He doesn't simply have any. Okay, so basically as soon as you see Delwyn on any of your locations, it means the spirit will appear. You have to follow this spirit and clean all those monsters so you can get some great items. Don't worry if you lose the spirit, it doesn't matter really, it doesn't change anything in the game, and every time you go back to the same location, the spirit will appear again and again. So you don't really miss it on anything. So obviously try to kill it because you will gain experience from those monsters and also get some decent items. But as I said, don't get confused. Just clean those monsters, follow the spirit, and you'll be sweet.
Hey, the hunt are you? See that there? Don't worry. Ready? Go on then.
Obviously, spirit goes to some random group of monsters, so you will have some other monsters on your way. Don't get stuck on them because you will lose the spirit, but try to clean them as you go as well, because they will follow you and you'll end up with a massive group of monsters that will kill you eventually. If you hear the sound, you need to follow the spirit because it will disappear and you don't want to lose it. Okay, so as you can see, it went into this wolf, so this wolf got the spirit in it. Once we kill it, it will drop some great items.
Finish it.
An easy trophy.
Okay, perfect. We'll talk to Delwyn again.
The makings of a proper hunter. The spirit thanks if we're running off.
Okay, so basically one option that you have is to say goodbye.
Aye, keep your wits about you.
We just clean these wolves and see what items we've got here. Okay, so we've got another leather vest with 13 evasion rating. So you can pretty much just memorize the stats for your for the armor you already have. So we just will remember we have 62 evasion. If we find anything better than that, we will equip it, but otherwise we'll just get rid of them. We sell them or we disenchant them if they are magic or rare items. We don't need the shield. Boots, this is for magic boots. Helmet. Let's identify it. Okay, it requires level 5. So some of the items you'll see will tell you it requires level 5. We are not level 5 yet. We are level 4. We can't wear it anyway. So let's just continue as is. We'll stick to the right wall and discover the map first. If you stick to this tactic, you will run through the maps pretty quickly and you will understand the maps as well. Otherwise, if you go left, right, through the middle, and then to the left, to the right, you will get lost easily. You will still open the map, but you will be exposed to more monsters from each side. But if you stick to one wall, you can sort of expect, you know, monsters only on this side. And also, as I said before, most of the entrances located on the perimeter of the map, not all, and including this location, there will be one in the middle, but we just stick to the wall and continue discovering the map. Just remember to drink your mana flask so you can keep your mana full. The mana flask will refill when you kill monsters, so don't try to save on it. Okay, and we've got level 5 and another skill point. Nothing different, we just continue with the same branch that we started. That's just another 8% to projectile damage. As you can see now, we are much stronger and the second map is actually easier than the first one. Even though you would think it should be harder, but it's actually not, because we are improved, we are skilled up, we have better skills, and we understand game better as well. So we just continue through the map until we find entrances or whatever to continue with the game. The quest tells us we just need to search the grillwood for evidence of the Count's activities. So we just keep searching for those activities. Okay, and here we've got the checkpoint and the entrance to the Red Veil. You can go ahead and check it out what's in there, but the game will not let you progress. There will be closed sort of path, so you need to complete this area first. Check it out what we've got. Okay, so our inventory is full, back to routine. Don't feel like you're wasting time going back to town. This is just part of the game, okay? So it's not just killing those monsters, it's actually gathering these materials out of the items as well. So this is part of the game, and enjoy this bit as well. Okay, we go to Yuna, we disenchant items first to collect materials. And then we sell items that we don't need and not gonna be using. We end up just with the materials in our inventory and we just drop them to the stash. It's a pretty quick process. It took us, what, like 30 seconds, and we're back into the fighting. Just continue through the map. So honestly, you can leave all those items on the ground, but this is not for me. I prefer pick them up and get materials out of them or gold. So I am more prepared for the next location and also for the end game as well. Even though it doesn't seem like much when you're selling these items for 50 gold, later on you'll be selling for 200 or 300 gold, but trust me, it builds up. Okay, once you're going through the map, as you can see, we have opened the perimeter of the map. Before going into the map, or even when you just remember about it, you can just go back to your world and you can see what's located on this map. So this is probably the first thing you want to do when you go to the new location. It's check what sort of items or monsters or chests it's got. Okay, so it has, you can see it's got 2 monsters in this location, and it's got witch hut. The local witch has not been heard from in weeks. We don't know what it is, we will find about it. and the Tree of Soul. So this is basically the main sort of events that this location holds. So make sure you always go into the world and check to tick them off. Okay, now once we completed all the perimeter and we know what's going on, we just go through the middle and continue over. And okay, we can see the checkpoint over here. Let's go and find out what it is. Okay, and here's our witch that we just found on the world. Okay, what we've got here. Okay, so she's got some flasks for us and a scepter that we don't need. Thank you very much. But flasks, we'll definitely use them. But when we find new flasks that will be empty, we need to go back to town and refill them. So let's just quickly do it because they are actually better if we hover and compare. So this one is 90 over 5 seconds. We just put it on. And this one's 70 over 3 seconds compared to we have 50 over 2 seconds. Okay, we just put it on. And again, don't be scared to go back to town. It takes only 30 seconds really, once you know what you're doing. Okay, so we just go to Una, whatever you want to call her, sell the ones that we had, sell all the normal items, and disenchant magic items. Except, while we're here, just drop our materials to the stash, and we're done in a matter of 20 seconds, and we're back into the map. Okay, we got from here, and here's our witch. Now we need to kill her. Probably don't have to, but we will, because we love killing witches. So you see these flying things? Don't run away from them, because they will just keep chasing you. So you just need to... Ooh, nearly dying. Okay, so once they reach you, they will sort of explode, so you need to wait for that. You stop and then you run away. She's pretty hardy, eh? Hey, we forgot also refill our flasks. Don't forget, don't do the same mistake. Lucky we just killed her without the flasks. Okay, great. We just go to town so we can actually refill them. So you go to the well, click on the well, and this way you refill your flasks. We could have probably emptied our inventory, but there's not much left. So, and we've got another supporting gem. So remember, same thing, we just go through and find the one that we want to use. I think this one, lighting rod, has some really good supporting gems recommended to us. So supported skill have 30% more area of effect. This is pretty good. Okay, so when we drop our arrow, this will increase the area that is going to be affected. Okay, we just engrave it, and here we have it. So when we drop the arrow, that's a larger area, 30% larger area. This is pretty cool. We just keep going through the middle of the map and discovering what it's got for us. As you can see, we're clearing them really quick and easy, just because we learned right skills and we had a good start. Now we understand what we're doing. And here we've got another waypoint and checkpoint and our quest line. Okay, so you just press summon Fiona,
What happened here?
talk to her,
There is a battlefield
and she will give us another quest that tells us to go to the Red Veil. We already found the Red Veil, it's over here, so we can just continue and go over there. But before we do that, we just open our world again, and you can see we ticked already 2 monsters. So we found the witch hut, which was her little house where we found 2 flasks, and also we killed her. So now we ticked 2 points. We still have 2 to go, so we can complete this map over here. All right, there's also another monster or boss on this map. So I want to find him first before I go to the Red Veil. His checkpoint that actually tells me something nearby. We kill these monsters, and I think he's our boss. Okay, he locks the entrance, so we make sure we kill it. Just dodge his skills, keep dropping arrows on the ground, so we can deal more damage. Oh, nearly died there. Keep rolling and dodging. He pops out this tail that hits us as well from the back, so you're gonna keep an eye on them. More arrows. More mana. Make sure we fill up our mana, and that was pretty easy. Okay. The tail keeps going, eh? Okay, let's open up our inventory, and we've got another uncut skill gem. So this is the level 2 skill gem, so we can upgrade existing skills or we can learn another one. I suggest you to stick to the skills you like, otherwise you'll get too distracted with too many skills. So I really like the skills that I'm using at the moment, so I just keep upgrading them. Okay, so we open our world again. You can see we ticked 3 boxes already, and the last one is the Tree of Souls. Here's the Grim Triangle. So this is basically, if you're not sure, you can always open your world map, and then you can see what the Grim Triangle is. So this is our progression to the next map. Actually, we don't want to go there anyway at the moment, so because we need to continue and finish off our quests available over here. So we just leave it for now. Just continue running through the map. Make sure we open the rest of it. Okay, we did open the map, so I believe that the Tree of Souls, it is actually this tree, and it will tick once we complete the quest. So you can see there's the hooded one. This is actually NPC that will identify items for us throughout the game, so we need to save him. And also this is the one that you saw at the opening video once you launch the game for the first time. Okay, so we just continue through our quest. We will go to the Red Veil in the Grillwood to complete this quest. If we are quick enough, if we're back in 8 minutes, the map will not reset. Let's see what happens. But again, I'm not gonna rush the game. I'm gonna enjoy every single minute of it, and suggesting you doing the same. There's no point rushing through the game into the end game. Just enjoy these quests, you know, enjoy the time spent here, enjoy killing these monsters. So on this map, we need to search for obelisks of the rust containing runes of power. Okay, so this is part of the quest, so we're just searching for them. If you're not sure what it means, you will see in a minute. I love how quick I can clean them up now. I really like this character and this class. Here we go, another level. We can clean them up, or we can just go straight into the skill. It will pause the game. And here we get to our first large skill point, which is amazing. So it's got 8% increased projectile speed, 8% increased attack speed, and 10 to dexterity. Awesome. It's up to you whether you want to go back and learn this too as well. So it's 3% attack speed, 3% attack speed. I wouldn't be doing so because further up we can have much sort of stronger skills. So you can also look, you can look to where it can take you. You've got a few different options. We will look at them once we get another skill. For now, we just continue, and also just always make sure you understand what you're learning and what these skills mean. So plus, 8% increase to projectile speed. This is just you hitting faster. 8% increased attack speed. Same thing. You hit faster. And 10 to dexterity. So we just open our character, and you can see that dexterity provides an bonus of 5 to accuracy per 1 dexterity. So every time we increase our dexterity, our accuracy raises as well. So again, I am going nothing different, nothing new. I am going around the perimeter of the map and discovering the whole map. Again, our inventory is full. Without any hesitation, we just go through the portal to town. Once we're in the town, we go to Una again, disenchant first. You see we've got bow, another bow. Before you actually sell it or disenchant them, make sure this bow is not better than the one that you have. So shift to compare. Pretty much the same, we just get rid of it. We don't need this, we don't need this. Okay, there's nothing else to disenchant. We sell the rest of them. So the gloves, again, they are nothing better to what we have.
I like this one.
We don't need hammer, we don't need this, we don't need spear. No, no. Okay, and here's another type of items that we picked up we are not familiar with yet. We go to our stash, next step. We drop off the ones that we already have. Okay, so these ones are the runes that you insert into your weapons or armory, okay? But you need to have sockets available over there, which you can get. Sometimes you pick up items, armor or weapons that already have sockets in them, but there's another way to get those sockets available. It's through this bench. It's not open yet. We need to complete few more quests until Renly will set up the bench for us, but nothing for now. We can just stock these runes at the moment and continue throughout the quest. By this time you will also get familiar with the items that you pick up. So I could see that I've picked up some sort of vest. This is the type of items that we want to wear. We compare it. It's got 44 evasion rating to 62 that we have. Nothing too exciting. So this is how you sort of will get hang of the items that you pick up. And you just continue throughout the map. Okay, so we hit the bridge. We can tell it takes us to the other side of the map, but before we do that, we just continue discovering this part of the map. And here's the checkpoint that, you know what it tells us. There's something important next to it. We'll just open the rest of the map. We also get this sort of rare monsters on the map. You can tell they are a little bit stronger, so they have more drop. They drop some more rare items.
Too slow.
Okay, and as I said before, our inventory is pretty much full again. So we just continue, finish off these mobs, and then we can go back to town and do our business there. So as I said before, you're gonna be doing it very often because the game does drop a lot of items. So, and again, don't feel like you're wasting your time. Enjoy every moment. This is part of the game. This is part of what you gotta be doing. Once you understand how to do it quickly, you will just fly through it.
Thank you. Stay safe if you can.
Okay, just by the way, your stash has a few different pages unless you can purchase even more. with real money, I suggest you keeping everything organized. Have your materials on the first page, you know, have your runes on the second page. You will have your gems and uncut gems and skill gems on the third page, because you will have a lot more of those than you need. You know, the rest of the items you can have over here. There will be more items to keep in your stash, so try to keep it organized from the get going.
Fury.
Another checkpoint. Okay, then here we found our first obelisk. So basically how they work, even though this is part of our quest, you will be finding similar things throughout the game. They will have different names, so you have to open them to start the fight. So they basically, once you click on them, there will be a lot of monsters spawning around them, so you'll need to kill them. In this case, to complete this quest, we need to complete 3 of these obelisks. Because we know the monster's gonna appear now, and we have this skill that stays on the ground, so we can get ready. Refill our mana and click on it. Okay, well, once the monsters appear, we'll clean them very quickly and easy. So you see how all these arrows connect to each other? It was extremely easy. And here we pick up our first quest item. So we need to collect 3 of this, and then we can finish off the quest. So we just continue through the map. We found our first. We can see briefly we found another one here on the map. So we just go over there and get it sorted. Again, just clean all the mobs around it, so you don't get stuck up, you know, with hundreds monsters around you that actually can kill you. So just clean the ones around it. Ooh. Okay. So we found, just be careful, don't go too close because it will start moving away. So here's the spirit from Dalwyn that we discussed before. So you will be finding them pretty much on every map. So we'll come back to our obelisk. We can just continue. The Dalwyn will say the hunt begins pretty much every time. He will help you in this first few maps, but I don't think he will be helping us in other ones. I don't remember. Just follow the spirit. Try to clean these mobs on your way so they don't follow you and kill you eventually. Okay, and here we found another obelisk. Pretty good. Those arrows are quite easy to dodge. Oh, this wolf's nearly killed us. Okay, good. Make Dalwyn happy, and we can continue with our quest. Okay, let's check our inventory. We still have room. So remember, we just prepare for the fight. Get as many as we can. Okay, open it. And kill them. As you can see, it actually becomes quite easy once you understand your hero and doing the right thing. Here's our second quest item. We just check our map. We can see we pretty much hit every edge of the map. We could go to the last obelisk, but before I go there, because it's pretty much on the way back, I'll just clean up the rest of the monsters so I can get more experience and level up eventually. Here you go. Once I just said, we just got another extra level. Right, we go to our tree, and now we can actually start analyzing and see where we're gonna get to. Okay, so basically at this point of the game you still don't really understand which way you want to get to. you can briefly look at all the skills that the game has to offer, but there's also another way to navigate around. Okay, so you can see it's got search bar. So if you type, let's say you want to continue with your let's say you want attack speed. If you just type in attack speed, see, it highlights all the possible skills that you can learn with attack speed. Okay, so let's say if you want to continue building your attack speed, here you've got your skills available. So you can sort of plan, the road that you want to complete. It's even got this cool sort of like an end of the chain skills, like shapes in a bow. Here you've got a shape in a spear or whatever it is. So this is basically tells you that this is probably the best sort of skills for your class. So we can check them out. 3% to attack speed with bow, 3%, and then at the end we've got arrow pierce, an additional target. So it pierces through the target, which is pretty cool, and hits the other one. 10% increased damage with bows, and then you can go to the sides. So this is what I mean. You can just sort of read through and see what they mean, and you can plan how you're gonna get there. Okay, so we can go through here, through here, through here, through here. Also pay attention, the skills have, like if we just delete this, the skills have some coloration to them as well. Okay, so you can tell probably logically that all the green ones, they would be probably for the speed and they would be good for us. Like first of all, our picture is green, so they sort of related. Like we can double check and see. So 12% increased block chance, increased parry debuff duration. Then we've got projectile speed. We've got gain your dexterity. So we pretty much want to stick, to this green line. So this is sort of thinking you want to have once you're choosing your skills, but also you can look at the others. 30% increased stun build up. Okay, so remember with the first boss that got stunned. So if you hit it quick and often, it will get stunned eventually. So yeah, this is the way you learn your skills. Okay, so you find the end skill you want to get to, and then you just keep going that path. And then let's say we over here, and then we find some useful skills over here. We can go to the side, learn them, and then come back and keep learning them right to the end. Don't get yourself confused, okay? And just do things that you understand. You don't have to understand how the game works, how everything works, okay? Just keep it simple and use what you understand at this time of at this stage of the game. Right, so we'll just stay close and we'll probably get this line finished until we progress further up, because eventually we probably want to get to the end and learn these bigger skills, including this bow over here. The main thing you need to understand is your passive skills need to support your build and your character, okay? So if you're planning to hit more often and build up the damage, so you need to learn skills that actually give you attack speed and critical damage and stuff like that, okay? So if you were playing, for the witch, where you need to use your cast your skills quite a lot, you need to learn your cast speed and spell damage, stuff like that. Okay, so it's quite basic. It's not as bad as it looks. So we just go back and look what we've got here. 10%, 8% accuracy rating, 10% increased chance to inflict elements. I will probably stick to something more simple, more like physical, more like attack speed and stuff like that. We probably want to continue this way over here, so we can just keep going up and scaling, some better skills, like 25% increased critical hit. This is pretty good. So we still want to get, to the end of this one, and increased evasion, increased block chance. So this is like a top end passive skills that we want to get to. So once we get this completed, then we can just go to the sides and sort of learn some additional skills. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm just trying to keep it simple, and I haven't played Ranger before, so this is the way I would think, how to get the best build possible. I'm not giving you in this game the best build in the game. I am giving you understanding how to actually understand the game and learn the game, and and build your own unique character. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So I will continue my way, and you can actually start thinking at this point and choose the skill that you want. Also, don't stress too much, because if you think you've done a mistake, you can also refund these skills back later in the game. Actually, as soon as you get this hooded guy off the tree, and once he is well enough, you can return your skills back and learn them again. I will just continue with the damage at this stage. Okay, so let's back to the game.
Rather not break my back.
I will double check what else I have left on the map. So I'm over here. There is still the Rust King, and this Rust King is actually the boss that will appear from the last obelisk we hit. Okay, if we found this one first, we will still have monsters, and then when we find our third obelisk, we'll find this boss. Okay, so let's open this obelisk. We can get ourselves ready. Let's get ourselves ready for this boss fight. Open it up. And here he is. He's a melee boss that will have some sort of ranged damage anyway. And of course they spawn monsters. Not all of them do. We just dodge these arrows. Ooh. Sometimes we can get stuck, so be careful, don't get stuck between these monsters, so keep the distance. Keep our mana full. Okay, we're nearly done here. 1, 2, done. Okay, there's a lot of items, a lot of goodies. Pick them up. We can't pick them all up, including the quest items, so you know what to do. Talk to Una, disenchant. We don't need this. No. Okay, so here we've got energy shield. This is the magic item. Okay, there's nothing else to disenchant. We sell. Don't need this. A bow. Okay, so I think from the memory, yeah, so if we hold shift, we can tell, even though this is normal item, it doesn't matter, like it's still got better stats, so it's got 7 to 14 physical damage and 5% to the critical hit. So the magical damage doesn't ensure that the bow is actually better than normal item, the normal bow. The only difference is the magical item can have 2 modifiers that makes this item stronger. Okay, but I think we should have materials to upgrade this to magical, so this will be our aim to do. Okay, so we can upgrade this to magical, or also we could just go to Renly and see if he's got anything like that is magical already. Alright, he's got some decent bow here, which is better than we found. And there's another one. Okay, now we just have to decide which one is better, and instead of trying to improve this one, we'll just sell it. We can just sell it to him. And buy one of these. Okay, so this one is physical attack 9 to 13. This one is 8 to 16, so I think this one hits harder. But also what we need to look at, it's modifiers that it's got. So 15% increased physical damage. For some reason this one got 3 modifiers, I'm not sure why. 39 to accuracy rating, 5% increased light radius. Okay, so this one's got some lighting, light radius. Okay, I'm not sure actually. Let's have a look what it means. So if you press Alt, and you can actually find out what this means. Your light radius determines the distance from your character, which will be illuminated in dark areas. Okay, so this is pretty much like your torch you see around yourself. This one got 49% increased physical damage, which is pretty great. Gains 6 life per enemy killed. Tough decision here. So this is what I mean, like this is why this game makes every gameplay unique, because you choose these little things that make difference for you. I think I'll go with this one, that it's got 49% increased physical damage. Yeah, we can buy another one later on or find the better one, don't waste too much time over here. Okay, sell this one. Goodbye. Empty our materials to the stash. Let's see if we can also use, just always double check if you can improve any of your items that you already have. Okay, so the flasks can be upgraded to magical as well, which we can do right now if you want. Otherwise you could just keep this material if you want to improve something else later on in the game, but I think we'll have plenty of them, so I'd suggest you improve things that you think you'll be wearing, you know, for the next half an hour in the game, because you'll find more items later on. So right click and then improve, right click, improve. Also we can add another modifier to them. Okay, if you can't add any more modifiers, the game will tell you. So as I said, you can have only 2 modifiers normally, but sometimes you have, like in this ball, hang on. Yeah, so you can have only 2 modifiers on items. Also, we can see if we can find another helmet that can suit us better, because this one's got armor. We need the one that has evasion. Okay, so you'll see the items in blue, they are the ones that you can wear. Okay, we'll probably get this hood. I like the hood. I think it'll look cool on the Ranger. And it's got 19 evasion rating, 3 life regeneration per second. This one's got 10% fire resistance. I think life regeneration is better and stronger for us. We'll just get it on, get rid of this one. And also because this one's got only 1 modifier, we'll just go to our stash and use our orb of augmentation and right click, and we can improve this one. So we know we can wear this for a little bit. Okay, there's nothing else we could really improve at the moment. Also, this, I'm not talking about this one at the moment because we don't have access to them yet. This is just accidentally, I have it from here from the last game for some reason. Don't worry about it yet. So basically this is just improves, you know, you can just read it on the item, but it just improves the quality of armor, but we'll talk about it a bit later. I will just improve it for now. You can see the quality has improved 5%, so each item can be improved, quality can be improved up to 20%, and you get those materials when you use the bench over here, okay? But we'll get to it very soon. Also, we found another uncut skill gem, level 3. And it means that we have access to another set of skills. So first of all, we just read through them. What I'm suggesting you to do, like, you can sort of stick to your right side. Normally there's similar items, similar skills that will complement each other will be next to each other. And as you can see here, we've got like green, which is poison. There's another poison skill. So we've got light skill, lighting skill, lightning skill. Let's find out what's this one. So fire an arrow that aimed where it lands for a short duration. At the end of the duration, a lightning bolt strikes an arrow. Okay, so basically we get, if we hit with this arrow, after a little while, that monster will get hit by lightning. So we stick to lightning, so all the skills, as I said, will complement each other, and I think it will be pretty strong. We just learn this skill, put it in our socket, and make sure we bind it to one of the buttons. I will go to E. Okay, very good. So now we've got a fair few skills to use. Make sure you get used to. And as I said, don't try to learn too many skills. You know, learn your main skills. Make sure you upgrade them to the maximum level available once you find in those uncut gem skills, because we just learned the skill 3, but we could actually just upgrade one of the skills that we have already to level 3 and then learn it. So it's really up to you the way you want to shape your game. We just get rid of this rune as well. We still can't use them anyway. You will find in the game that you will be finding items that you cannot use at the moment. So this is just part of the game. It's sort of, you can go and Google it or just live with it. This is what I used to do. You just find the item and you just hope you will figure it out later on in the game. So those runes. Okay, so you see this socket here, so this is where you place those runes. Okay, so the game gives us an answer right now, but because this is armor, this is heavy armor, and we won't be using it, so we don't worry about it until we find the one that we want to use. Okay, now we've got 3 quest items available. Once we pick them up, the game tells us to go back to our town. We're just doing so. Okay, bring the runes to the Renly for forging. Okay, we just talk to Renly, and he gives us this. I don't know. It's a quest item. Some sort of spikes. Okay. I do know what they're for, but I'm just telling you that when you see them for the first time, like, what the hell is this? Anyway, so now the game tells us travel to the Grillwood again, and now we can use our waypoint and travel to the Grillwood. So we will travel to the waypoint right next to the tree, so we don't have to run around. Talk to Una. Okay, so that's what those spikes for. So now we have those spikes and we just stab them into this tree.
Let's hope nature is listening.
Okay, so we've got our hoodie on the ground. He's unconscious, but he's breathing. Goodbye. So return to the town again. We'll just do that. And now we've got Una with hoodie just over here next to our stash. We just talk to her and accept the quest. So this is it for this video. I think this sort of start making sense for you now, how you continue through the quest line. You go and pick up some quest items and bring them back and talk to different NPCs, and you get some rewards. But hopefully in this video you understood what's the game routine is. So you pick up your items, you come back to town, you sell them and gain materials out of them that then you can use. The game is really good at actually explaining what the materials are for. But once you sort of get in them, there's no tutorial. You have to just hover over them and you know, and read what they means, what they're used for. The explanation there available, which is pretty clear. Sometimes you just don't know how to get those items, but if you stick to your quest line and listen to the conversations, then things will make sense. I will see you in the next video once we complete the quest for Renly to open the bench for us, and I will talk to you then. Peace.